Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Aiden here with Vice Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at A Bird Story. From the same developer of To the Moon, A Bird Story was released by Freebird Games on November 5th, 2014, for Microsoft Windows, OS X, and Linux. It all starts off with a scene later on in the game where Colin searches for his missing bird out on the balcony. He doesn't manage to find his bird and goes to bed, and the game rewinds to an earlier point. Colin is a young kid who loves paper airplanes. He's in class in the game when his classmate throws a paper airplane at the teacher, causing Colin to get kicked out of class. Throughout the early stages of the game, you realize that Colin is quite the social outcast. On his way home from school the next day, there was a commotion in the bushes, so Colin went to investigate. Upon his arrival, he sees a badger attacking a bird, and manages to chase off the badger and save the bird's life with just an injury to his left wing. Colin tried to bring the bird to the vet, but he found out it was closed, so he took the bird home and kept it outside on his balcony. The next morning, he brought the bird back to the same vet and manages to get him in for a checkup. But after all the work was done, he snuck out with the bird in hand. The next couple of scenes show them developing a bond. They throw paper airplanes together, and they jump in puddles together, and they splash out in the rain together. Colin manages to actually gain some popularity with his peers due to his bird's help. Cut to later, and Colin is at school just minding his own business, when he walks into class and finds the vet talking to his teacher. He flees to class and manages to escape the staff. Colin is confronted with a faceless image of himself and is forced to return the bird to the vet. He begins walking out in the rain to the vet with the bird in hand, but quickly changes his mind as he recalls positive memories with the bird. He starts running away again, but doesn't manage to escape this time as the adults corner him. He calls upon a giant paper airplane and rides away on it, but the storm grows worse and lightning strikes, knocking him out of the sky and rendering him unconscious. When he wakes up, the bird is no longer with him. After that, Colin goes back to his normal life. But this time, he's got friends. Colin goes around collecting pieces of his airplane and replacing the bird's water while waiting for the bird to return. This is where we return back to the scene from the beginning, with the boy throwing a paper airplane from his balcony and falling to sleep. Later on in the night, Colin hears a bird chirping and runs outside. It's his bird, healthy and with a mate. He removes a bandage from the bird's wing and it flies off, only to bring back the paper airplane the boy threw earlier. The boy hugs the bird one last time, and the bird flies away. Now, I've gotta say, this game was really fun. It's a huge step up from the last game we took a look at. So there's a couple of areas I want to rank this game on. Number 1 definitely being the storyline. Number 2, the visuals and soundtrack. For the story, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed how this game flowed together. It was fun, imaginative, and it had a story that made me want to play further so I could see what was going to happen next. They definitely put a lot of creative work into the story, and this game also provided you with a lot of closure at the end, as you knew your bird was happy with a mate and on an island in a little nest. For visuals and soundtrack, I'll give it a 7. They use a 16-bit 2D graphic style, which is nice, and the colors in the game work well to express the mood of what's going on around you. The soundtrack matches along with the game nicely, and the game is packed with quite a few sounds which helps you stay engaged. So overall, I would give this game a 7.5 out of 10. It was quite fun to play, and I truly enjoyed the story. It's one I'm more than willing to play again. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, leave me a like and a comment telling me which game you'd like to see a review on next. Also, subscribe and share if you haven't already.